Story time with MidaZ the BEAST. So Don shit, when you say the words Marcberg to me, the first lyric that pops into my brain is bitches that play the clarinet rep. Because every time I hear that line, I'm like, what? I actually interviewed Roc Marci shortly after the album came out. I think the interview's still on YouTube, but for our show. And I asked him about that line, and he was just like, yo, I just be thinking of like fly shit. You know what I'm saying? Like bitches that play the clarinet rep while we crept in the NSX red. Like, what do you say? So that wasn't even part of the story. So here's the story. This whole song is about Roc Marc's extravagant lifestyle, fly shit life, right? And this was another song at Nemo's wedding, at I Make Bad Beats wedding, that we quoted a lot. We were just saying lines from this song, just making everybody laugh and shit, right? So I've talked to Roc Marci on the phone. I've been good friends with Jazz for a lot of years, talked to Jazz a lot. I never met Roc Marci in person. Roc was on my debut album, but I hadn't met him in person by the time that took place. So that same show that I was referencing in Miami, Roc, that's when I first meet Roc in person. So the show happens. Then the day after the show, I think it was, a lot of the artists that were on the show met up at this clothing shop in Miami. So I get there. Roc is there. Thurston is there. Cormega is there. I don't know if anybody else was there, but at least those three were definitely there. So I rolled up with one of my homeboys who will, for the purpose of the story, this homeboy will remain unnamed. We get to the back. They're smoking. And I came through with my laptop, and I'm playing music on my laptop, and they're just having conversation. And when we walked in the conversation, this is what we walked into. When I walked in, the conversation was, yeah, this is Roc talking. Yeah, I gotta get on some scarf shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I need some fly scarves. And I remember walking in this room thinking to myself, these niggas is talking about scarves? And I'm going, there's a level I'm not on yet. Like, scarves? I've never had a scarf conversation in my life. Like, what are we doing in here, right? So they talk about scarves, and I think Thurston
incarcerated scarf faces.
Scarf faces. Yeah. I think Thurston, shout out my brother Thurston Howell. I think Thurston was like, yeah, you know, I think it was Thurston. I got a chick uptown who makes scarves and shit. I put you on, yeah. You know, they having a scarf talk. The conversation goes in about 3 or 4 different places, but it's all the places that the conversation goes are like, it's there, right? Mm-hmm. So it's all shit that like, I'm not joining these conversations because I don't have anything to add, right? So I'm just kind of sitting listening. I'm being a young guy listening. And then they start talking about sneakers. And my man is a sneakerhead. So I'm like, here's the end. Here's where we can be a part of this conversation. Like we could talk about sneakers. Like we know sneakers, and you really know sneakers. Like we could talk about sneakers, right? So the sneaker conversation is going, and my man, they bring up Yeezys, and my man's like, hey yo, so Yeezys? Yeah, man, they just way expensive, man. Like I would never, like that, the price of Yeezys is too crazy. Like I'm not buying Yeezys, like they're just crazy expensive. And Roc goes, and mind you, this is before the Adidas Yeezys. We're still on Nike Yeezys. Mm-hmm. So he goes, I mean, the price ain't shit. I mean, For right, yo, Dark, right at that moment, I was like, kill me and let me die a peaceful death where I sit, because this was not how this was supposed to go. And he goes, I mean, they not expensive. I mean, the money ain't shit. He goes, I mean, they just Nikes. It's not even no fly shit. I just looked at my man like, let's stop talking. No more anecdotes. We don't even know what fly shit he's referencing. What European slippers, snakeskin medallion slippers that he's talking about. We don't have any fucking clue about none of this shit. This nigga said they're just Nikes. It's not even no fly shit. We were like, I looked at my man. If I could have Professor X into his brain, I would have been like, what's the fly shit? And what's the other level of this that that we're not privy to, right? And it's all the shit that West Side Gun raps about and shit, all these things that you've never heard of in your entire life, right? Like, it's just, but the coolness of how he looked at us like, these young niggas, man. Like they don't even know.
Totally flexed on you guys.
Yo, but Roc has this, and in real life, I've since met him a few times in real life, but he's got this penchant for being so cool that he can shit on you.
Right.
But you don't feel bad. You feel like,
thank you.
Yeah, you feel blessed.
Putting me on game.
For being shit on. You know what I'm saying?
Like, and not even putting you on game to tell you what the fly shit is, just to tell you that what you're concerned about is not the fly shit.
That's not the fly shit. You don't even know. I'm not going to tell you, right, but you don't even know. Like,
he's just looking at you and he's like, colder.
Yo, I wanted to leave the room. I was like, yo, we're so cooked, bro. Like,
MidaZ, when you started the conversation, you said we're in a back room and it's Roc, Thurston Howell III, aka
Yes,
Big Vic Low.
Vic Low.
And Mega.
Yeah.
And I think about the conversations I've had with Mega, the conversations I've had with Roc, and the conversations I've had both with and through proxies.
With Vic Low. Yeah.
With Vic Low.
That's
because
right.
I know a lot of low lives. In Boston, we had low lives and people that were like connected. Like
I'm an honorary low life.
Yeah. And he always came to Massachusetts. He always hung in Massachusetts and knows like everybody in Show Off, which is like my extended family, Static, Terminology, Easy Money, Deadeye, like all
Found my brother
cats.
Term.
Yeah, all them cats. So I know everybody because everybody came through Boston because it was an underground hip hop mecca, and I was the guy who was around in the 90s. So I saw everybody on the way up and on the way down. When you got your major deal, and then when you had to go back independent, and then when you hustle independently, everybody saw me. So I'm thinking about all those conversations that I had with them dudes, and I'm like, I get it. And as much as I know, and as many connections as I have, that conversation, I would have just been a fly on the wall. Because I would have been like, I don't have none of this shit in my closet.
I know, bro.
I don't cop none of this shit. Like, I've seen Roc say shit like at a show, hey, you could come back with me and the boys to smoke, but you got to sacrifice your bitch. And he wasn't joking.
Nah, it's all factual. Facts.
Damn.
Facts. Hey, yo, Planet Asia, my brother Planet Asia, introduced me to Roc Marci in person for the first time. Then Planet Asia went to go get a drink. I was talking to Roc Marci, who's already been on my album and talked to me on the phone. Roc Marci then reintroduced me to Planet Asia.
Well, I don't know if that's being cool as much as it's maybe being inebriated or just confused.
Nah, Roc, in the years past, I've thought of it as Roc was tired of talking to me for the 30 seconds he was talking to me and was like, I need to coolly get rid of him, and went, have you met Planet Asia?
Oh, he was passing you off.
Yeah, but to the person that brought me over.
Which is quite the stunt. The audacity.
Amazing. Hey, it was so well done that even though I got shit on, I went,